Hello dear students, you are welcome in this video. Dear students, in this video we are going to talk about how to study history of English literature, because history of English literature is very important if you are preparing for competitive exams like SET, NET, JRF or Union Public Service Commission or State Public Service Commission. In that case, you need to understand history of English literature very clearly, and in this video I am going to provide you a strategy how you can dissect history of English literature, and this video will be very useful for you. So watch complete video and understand how to study history of English literature. Now the basic thing in history of English literature is that what kind of books you should read. There are immense books on history of English literature. If you are beginners of history of English literature, or just you started studying English literature, or you just taken admission for first year of English literature, you can read simple histories. I will suggest you here a few samples of history of English literature, and then I will give you the strategy. If you are advanced learners, you have different histories, you can go for higher versions, so those versions also I will recommend you. So here I have a very simple kind of history of English literature. First, if you are regular viewer of my videos, you understand that generally I refer this history of English literature for beginners. This is English literature by William J. Long. It's very simple, its language is very simple, and you can understand this. So this history you can borrow it from library, or you can buy this copy for forever, which you can study all the time. So this is also a very simple history for beginners. Second, I have this history. It is history of English literature by E. Albert or Edward Albert. So this history also is very comprehensive and compact. This is a small history, but you will have a very good information in this history, and you can understand history through this book also. So history of English literature by Edward Albert. So you can read this history for understanding. Then if you are advanced learners, you have this English literature, the short Oxford History of English Literature. It is composed by Andrew Sanders, and this is a comprehensive history for advanced learners. The language is a bit of complex in this history, and it is based on the thematic content. So you will get different types of themes explored in this history. So this history also is important for those who are advanced learners, those who are studying in MA or post graduation classes and they are preparing for competitive exams. They can read this history. This is also a very we can say that comprehensive kind of history. Again, I have here history of English literature. There are 2 volumes by Goodman. So you also can have a very detailed information in this history. You have features different kinds of things in this history by Goodman. There are 2 volumes, history of English literature, and it gives you detailed analysis, detailed information on history of English literature. So you can refer any one of this history, or you can just refer all these histories. If you have other history other than this, you also can refer those history. For example, there is Macmillan series, there might be some encyclopedias of different publications. Those also you can refer. Now this is about the various books of history of English literature. Don't restrict yourself with only these books which I have seen. Whatever available with me, I showed you. That's it. You can refer other histories too, but they should from a good publication, those histories, if you are referring. Now second thing, first is that selection of history. You can have any book of history, you can refer that. Second thing is that when you are reading a particular history, just overview it at first. Just find out how many chapters are there, how they have classified different ages, what kind of names are given to those ages. For example, Anglo-Norman period, then you have different types of periods in history of English literature. If the chapters are based on those periods or they have different chapter schemes, just check out it and take one chapter at a time. Number 3, if you are reading William J. Long, take one chapter. First go through that chapter, just have overview of that chapter, and please take a notebook and pen with you while reading the history of English literature. This is important because it authenticates your information, it authenticates your reading. And when you read this chapter, put down the important authors, important events, important things happened in that period. If you are studying Elizabethan period, put down the title Elizabethan period, and under that title just write down important points, important authors, important works of those authors. For example, if you are reading Shakespeare in Elizabethan period, so find out the background of Shakespeare. If you think this is important, please note down that important point, background of William Shakespeare. Then go to his works. For example, how many dramas he composed, and in some histories you have given the classification of all these writers. If you are reading William J. Long, William J. Long provides you different categorization. He gives you the ample categories of the works of William Shakespeare. Note down all those categories, and in those categories which works comes also put down, so that you can understand the variety of works composed by William Shakespeare. So you have dramas of William Shakespeare, and William J. Long categorizes these dramas period wide: early dramas, middle dramas, or the last dramas, tragedies, tragic comedies. You also have histories. So in this way you can understand the framework of William Shakespeare, the all works or the dramas of William Shakespeare, and you have to apply this method to all writers, all authors in history of English literature. This is about William Shakespeare or Elizabethan period. You can use this method for all periods. Put down important notes, put down important points, and if you find any difficulty, for example, you don't understand a particular author, a particular passage in that particular history, so go to another history and find out the same thing. If you are studying Anglo-Norman period, if you are reading Anglo-Norman chapter in William J. Long and you find there is difficulty or some authors are missing, just go to Edward Albert's history of English literature and find that portion in that history and compare it. If you miss some information in William J. Long, you will find this information in Edward Albert. Or again, if you find difficulty in Edward Albert, go to Goodman, and in your notebook make comprehensive notes. Write down those points, write down those notes, write down those difficult things which you face while reading different histories, and keep that notebook with you all the time. Once you got the habit of making notes and the habit of reading in this way, you will build a very concrete base for your further study, and this further study leads you to your success in your examination. So this is the strategy you can apply. First, you must read books. You have second, you have to categorize the chapters, you have to find out the chapters. Then third, you have to put down the important points or important notes in those chapters you encountered. Next, you have to compare all these things, first history, second history, third history, and you have to find out the missing points, because I am very clear here that no history is complete or no history is perfect rather than complete. No history is perfect. If you read William J. Long, you will find that there are some points missing in Edward Albert. You also find some points are missing. So just you need to read different or multiple histories to understand history of English literature. And dear students, let me tell you that this is not a simple process. You will not get it in one day, 2 days, or in a month. It is a continuous process. You have to follow all these things while studying, while reading, while analyzing. So hard work with systematic study will lead you to your success in examination. So don't rely on single history, just find out different histories, but first start reading these histories. Then you will generate a kind of interest in these histories and you will understand these histories. So it is very important how English literature has been developed. These histories will tell you in a systematic way that English literature is developed. And I love to read this William J. Long for beginners, and I suggest this for beginners because it gives you an ample information about the development of history of English literature. So hard work with systematic study is important. What you can do, put your notes in your notebook so that you can read those notebooks, and once you prepare all these notes, you need not to again refer to these histories because you have comprehensive your own notes based on these histories of English literature. Again, if you find difficulty in understanding, in reading, in analyzing a particular history, go to internet, go to YouTube and find out the videos. There are different videos. For example, on our channel Literature Simply, you have a series of history of English literature. I have covered right from the Old English period, 450 Anno Domini to I think Elizabethan period I come to. So I have made many videos on history of English literature. There is a series, there is a playlist called History of English Literature. You can refer also that history of English literature, and I recommend you please refer the material in English only. Don't go to Hindi material or in your native kind of material. Initially you will understand in Hindi or in your native language, but you must understand it in English. Right now you are listening to my English and it's very simple. I am sure you are getting every word, you are getting every sentence. Whatever I am talking, whatever I am explaining, it is understandable. It is very simple. So dear students, it will also build your understanding of English. It will build your communication. It will build your power of thinking in English. So this material you should refer in English only. You should watch English videos based on history of English literature. Why? Because there is a concrete reason. Because you have to write in your exams, descriptive questions are there and you have to write down the descriptive answers, and at that time you won't feel any scarcity of words once you understand it in English. So all the time I refer students, please understand in English only. Refer the material which is available in English only, because you are students of English literature. Because I find that there are many of my students who all the time ask me to deliver or explain the things in native language. For example, I teach in Marathi. They ask me to teach in Marathi, but it's not the proper way. Many times I have to deliver in Marathi too. I tell them, I explain them many things in Marathi too, but I very sure that this is not the proper method. You should understand it in English. Because you are students of English, initially for a few days you will find difficulty. It's difficult to understand, or it's difficult to cope with the language or accent. Once you get habitual with the accent of teacher or the videos which you are watching, then gradually you will understand everything, like my videos. Right now you understood everything whatever I am explained in this video. So the strategy here is important. What is the strategy? First, find out history of English literature, the very books, then overview them, then first get the chapters, read the chapter or particular age, put down the notes, important points. For example, author, then the works of author, the category of author, the important information about author, and then move to next. In this way, prepare a comprehensive kind of history of English literature in your own words, so that you can build many skills skill of writing you can build. You can again build the communication also, because you are thinking in English in your mind and you are putting down those notes. So this process is very important. And then refer some material on internet, read articles or watch videos. So this is the simple strategy. And still if you find difficulty, I am here. You can comment me, you can email me on contactliteraturesimply@gmail.com. I am ready to answer your question regarding literature or regarding study. So this is all about how to study history of English literature. I have explained a simple strategy actually, and you have to follow this method. So this is very simple, I think. Again, if you find any problem, you can comment below in the comment section or email me. So this is all about in this video. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you very much for watching the complete video.